I was just talking to a parent yesterday who told me that she had taken the cell phone from her 16-year-old son because he was vaping. They found some vaping equipment in his backpack, and also he was not doing well at school. And so they said, okay, we're going to take your cell phone away. Well, she reported this. She was concerned because over the last couple months, he's been more and more dissatisfied with life. And now that she's taken the cell phone away, he's just depressed. And I would suggest those are the natural response of electronics addiction. Anybody who has an addiction is going after that, and they're not satisfied with life, so they're pursuing this addictive behavior in hopes that it's going to bring satisfaction, but it doesn't. And so then when you actually remove that opportunity for soothing or satisfying behavior through addiction, a person feels depressed. So it's all part of the process. In fact, let me just give you some other warning signs that your child may be crossed the line and now be into addictive response to their electronics. I would say one is this idea of being tired. A child who's continually tired is often sleep deprived because they stay up at night and they watch videos late into the night, or they're sleeping with their cell phones so they can be texting with their friends in the middle of the night. And so they have poor sleep habits. So that's one you can be watching for, a warning sign. I think another warning sign is this general negative attitude when interrupted or they're away from their electronic stimulation. So watching for that negative attitude is important because it's an indication we may have a problem here. Another one is isolation. Children isolate themselves, or they resist involvement in family or work or school. When that takes place, it's an indication that maybe a child's crossed the line in their ability to manage or not have an ability to manage electronics. Sometimes a child develops a pattern of hostility and anger. And one of the first questions we want to ask is there a problem here with electronics? Or maybe there's an anxiety issue. This child has some general anxiety or some specific worry about friends or popularity or acceptance, or about war or peace in our world, or about the danger of germs and some kind of sickness. I mean, it depends on what the child's into when it comes to their electronics, but sometimes this general anxiety that they feel. Let me explain it to you this way. In a healthy person, a time of quietness allows a person to feel at peace in their lives. But for a person who is addicted to electronics, then a time of quietness creates anxiety. I wonder how my game is doing while I'm not present there. I got to find out how many likes I have on that post that I put. So there's this general anxiety that takes place in a person's life when quietness takes place. That's a warning sign. Just general sadness or despair or discouragement about life is another warning sign. Probably the big one is this obsessive, demanding attitude about electronics, and then controlling behaviors that are designed to protect screen time or electronic engagement. Just keep those warning signs in mind because they're indicating we may have a problem here. If young children turn to electronics when they're bored, it robs them of the creativity and brain stimulation they would otherwise use. So God has created that brain to be growing, and if children are getting sucked into electronics, they're losing something or they're missing something. Keep in mind, electronics don't have any discernment unless they interrupt social experiences like meals or riding in the car or family time. All of that has to be managed in order for a child to move in the right direction and have balance in their lives regarding electronics.